never see my eyes when I have my glasses on. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I am the owner of Witch Please Designs, a small stationery business where I make cute and quirky stationery for cute and quirky people. In today's video I'm going to be talking about my 2025 small business goals. Now, I haven't ever really set myself small business goals in the past. I've been running my shop consistently since January of 2023. And when I say that, it's a bit of a long story, but I used to sell, before that, I started maybe in 2021, and I have had my own website in the past. And I was selling a lot of fandom related things, mainly pins. It's a story I'll go into for another day. But after a while, I was never fully consistent with that. I only used to run Kickstarters really, and then I would sell the excess pins off afterwards. So in January of 2023, I reopened my shop on Etsy and I filled it mainly full of stickers. And so I sort of class my business really starting full on from then in January of 2023. So since then I haven't really set myself any goals before. I've just been happy to go with the flow. I've always ran it part-time around other responsibilities. I've had multiple jobs at once in the past, all part-time jobs. Obviously having a family, at that time I would have had a 3-year-old, and since then we have had another baby. We also have our 2 dogs, running a household. I've just never committed to it full time. It's always been a nice bit of residual income and just a way for me to express myself artistically and have that creative outlet. So I have notes here, by the way, that's, if I'm looking down, that's what I'm referring to, and my notes. So this year I have decided that it's the time for me to elevate my business. I love it so much. It brings me so much happiness, and that creative outlet has been so positive for more than just being creative. It's a good way for me to be mindful, to have drive and something to focus on. It's a really great, gives me such a sense of fulfillment and what's the word? Just pride, I suppose, and achievement. That's it. Such a sense of achievement to complete something and to see something all the way through to the end. It's not something that I've always been very good at in my life. It's not the best trait, but I have a bad habit of starting something and leaving it unfinished, and it's something that I'm really trying to. My husband is very, very good at this. He's a very strong and reliable person, and he will see something through to the end consistently, always. And I'm trying to take a leaf out of his book a bit more, and he's been so supportive and helpful in terms of running my business and supporting what I do. So this is the year. I'm still on maternity leave. I have 5 months left on maternity leave at this point, which is a long time. I have every intention of going back to work. I feel like at the moment that income is not something that I can give up, which is fine. I fully support anybody that runs a small business and works as well. I think that it's a very realistic way to go about it, and I don't see anything wrong with it myself. So I fully intend to go back to work in those 5 months, but my aim is to have built the business to a place where the money that I earn from my part-time job is passive, is residual income that I can use for holidays and birthdays and Christmases, and it's not something that we necessarily rely on to pay the bills. And I would love to get to the point where my shop supports us as a family. That would be the dream. That's the ultimate goal. But to get there, I am setting myself little goals for this year to elevate the business, elevate the brand, build my confidence, and also working on my artistic style, developing that to a place. I don't feel like it's ever an end goal, your artistic style. I feel like it's something that's ever evolving and changing. You get to a point where you're happy with it, but there's always something that could be a bit better or something you'd like to change. So I'm still evolving that, and that is one of my goals, is to work on that more. But I thought I'll go through them with you and tell you my thoughts, and you could share some of your goals with me as well for this year. I'm not so much a resolutions kind of girl, more just little things that I can tick off that feel more achievable to me is the way that I go about it. I'm not out here trying to do dry January or 10,000 steps like every day. I just, no, that's not for me. But these little goals I feel like are achievable. So my first goal for 2025 is to be accepted to at least 6 in-person markets. Now, with markets, what I've learned is they are finely curated by the people that run them, of course, understandably. And say there's 30 stalls at the market, they want to have a good variety of different businesses at that market to appeal to a wider audience. I completely understand. If everybody was there selling the same Taylor Swift prints, you're narrowing your audience a little bit. So I completely get it. So because I've never done markets before, other than the one that I did before Christmas, I think that video is already up, but if not, you'll see about that soon, my first market experience. So my aim is to be accepted to 6 markets. I'll be applying to a lot more of them, but as I say, because they're curated, I might not be the perfect fit for every market, and I'm fine with that. But the more I apply to, the more I'll hopefully be accepted for, and it'll give me a chance to put my business out into the physical world. I'm on Etsy, and that's a very large digital platform, but the thought of being able to go out into the real world with my products, meet other small business owners, potentially meet some people that already buy my products or follow me on Instagram. That sounds like so much fun, to be able to actually meet any of you in person. I think I would die a little bit. I'd be in shock. Because it feels like such a disconnect that these people on the internet like your post or they buy a sticker or whatever, but they're actually a real physical human that lives in the same world as I do, and that's wild to me. So I would love to meet some of you. So that's my aim, is to be accepted to at least 6. Now I can say that I'm filming this video on the 15th of January, so I'm a little bit into the year already. I have so far applied to, let me double check, 11. I've applied to 11 markets so far, and I can say I've been accepted to 3 already, which is really exciting. 2 of them are in my hometown of Leeds, and one of them is in Huddersfield, and they're in the months of March and April. So I'm really excited about that. I can't wait. I don't think I'll get any in before that. There is a couple in February that I've applied to, but I haven't heard back yet. So I have a feeling that that ship might have sailed, which is fine. There's a lot of months left in the year for me to apply to. So fingers crossed we get the full 6, but we're halfway there already, which I feel like is a job well done. So my second goal for 2025 is to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now I think I am at 23. So it feels like a big hill to climb, and I do feel like sometimes it's the algorithm, you know, is working against everybody. You're a little fish in a very big pond on the internet, and I'm just hoping that with consistency and hard work I find my people. I'm really hopeful, but that is my aim, is to be consistent. I'm going to hope to post at least once a week on YouTube, and I'll be sharing it all on Instagram as well, so hopefully some of my Instagram followers migrate over to YouTube. Of course, to have 1,000 engaged, entertained, loving subscribers is the aim. So that is my hope by the end of 2025, 1,000 subscribers. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's unrealistic, but we'll see. I'm hopeful. My next goal is to meet some fellow small business owners. Now on my Instagram, because my Instagram started out as a fandom account, I would say possibly half of my followers over there are still lovely, fandom loving people. My Instagram then was very community related. I have, of course, since then switched over to selling more original artwork, a lot more original artwork, I do still dabble in the fandom stuff just because it makes my heart happy, but for the majority of the time I am making original artwork, stickers, prints, etc. So I think that those old followers and the new followers, they're not really, you know, syncing at the moment. I also have a terrible habit of not being consistent on Instagram. So you'll see me full on for a week. I'll be posting on my stories multiple times a day. I'll post a reel every day, a post every day. I'm there. And then I go quiet for a bit because the baby's stopped sleeping or Jackson's on half term. You know, there's always something. So I'm hoping that with good consistency on Instagram will come the opportunity to build those friendships with other small business owners. I think that being a small business owner can be a lonely place. You're in it on your own 24/7, your mind's constantly whirring, and I think that the only people that can truly relate to that are other people that are running a small business. The girls that get it, it's full on. So I would love to meet some more small business friends this year, potentially do some collaborations or just meeting them at markets. If there's anybody local to me, I live in Wakefield in West Yorkshire. If there's anyone that's local to me that runs a small business, I'd love to meet up for a coffee. I promise I'm not a serial killer. I'm really nice. I promise. I would love to do that. So you know where I am if you want to find me. Wakefield, West Yorkshire. I won't tell you my postcode. We won't go that far. God, Christ almighty. My next goal is to double the amount of sales that I made on Etsy last year. So let's have a look real quickly. Okay, so last year I made 951 sales on Etsy, which is amazing. I am so thankful. I still can't believe that many people would be interested in anything that I make. I think there's so much said about Etsy, and I am planning to do another video on this soon, in terms of, you know, the fees are so high and this, that and the other. I don't get enough views, I'm not getting enough interaction. If I thought of 951 people stood in front of me, you know, all holding a sticker or holding a print, it's a lot of people. 951, that's a lot of people. It's like a high school worth of people buying cool stuff. Cool people buying cool stuff. It's amazing. But my aim for this year is to double it. If I got 2,000 sales this year, that would be amazing. I'm currently on 41, so I don't know what the average is. It's 166 orders a month. So I've got a bit of a way to go before the end of January. But I know that some months will be busier than others. I might put the market sales into it and do it like a cohesive number. That way I might be more likely to reach it between Etsy and the markets. If I get to 2,000 sales, I'll be a happy girl. And it'll just prove to me that with consistency and time, I can see results. And that's what I need to tell my brain and convince my brain is true, that if I am consistent in all areas of my business, that it will come to fruition. So that's the aim, 2,000 sales for 2025. My next goal for 2025 is to expand my product range. So in the past, like I said, I have made enamel pins. I've also dabbled in some apparel. I used to do t-shirts and jumpers. I still do tote bags now. But that is my aim, is to expand my product range. I have had mocked up for ages 2 notepads and 3 keyring designs. And because of one thing and another, my tax bill, certain, you know, family things, I haven't had the opportunity to save any of the money from my shop, really, to reinvest into my products, especially being on maternity leave and things like that. That spare money just hasn't really been spare. So I would love to get to a point where the spare money can be saved and reinvested, and I'm really hoping that with that reinvestment I will expand into keyrings, finally get those mock-up designs made for some keyrings, notebooks. I have got some more ideas to go back into t-shirts, and I would love to work with some embroidered products. Everything I've done so far has been heat transfer vinyl, and I've done all that at home. But I would love to find sort of a local haberdashery or embroidery shop that would be able to embroider t-shirts for me. That would be so amazing. I think that they just really elevate the quality. So yeah, I would love to do that. That would be exciting. And what was the other thing? Oh, my crochet items. So I love to crochet, and it's definitely a hobby of mine, is like crochet and knitting. But my ideal situation would be where I can add some crochet items to the shop. Kindle and book sleeves are on my list at the moment. I've actually got some of those coming, fingers crossed, in my February launch. So on the 14th of February, I am having a book lovers launch. So it's going to be not necessarily specific for Valentine's Day. I've had a few people say, well, if it's Valentine's Day products, why are you launching on Valentine's Day? And nobody will get them in time. They're not for Valentine's Day. They are just for people who love books. And I just thought, Love Day, you know, it's cute. I'll launch it on Valentine's Day. So they're applicable for all year round, for any book lover in your life or for you. I said in an application the other day that here at Witch Please, we are fluent in treat yourself. I am such a big advocate for a little treat here and there for myself. And I could always find a way to justify it. So if you ever need help with justifying any purchase, you know who to call. I'll give you the best reasons why you should do it. So I'm having a book lovers launch on Valentine's Day. It's going to have stickers, of course, also some bookmarks, magnetic bookmarks, sticker sheets, Kindle inserts that I'm really excited for. I got a Kindle for Christmas from my family, so I'm excited to design some of those Kindle inserts. I think they're going to be really cute. And then also I want to do some crochet items, and I think they are going to be 10 limited edition, one of a kind Kindle sleeves. So this isn't my Kindle, this is my iPad, but you imagine you have your device, it will be for the size of a Kindle, and it's just going to be a crocheted sleeve that you can drop it in. They're going to be really cute, and they're all going to be limited edition and one of a kind, so if you do manage to get one, there won't be another one like it again, which I think is a really cute little touch. But I am only going to limit myself to 10 because they do take a while to make. And my final goal for 2025 is a bit of a mixed one between business and family, but we want to convert, that's the word, we want to convert our garage into a studio space. So I don't know if you can see here next to the lamp, we're hoping to put a door through there into the garage and create it into a studio workshop space for me and John. John runs his own YouTube channel about rugby, and he's hoping to visit a lot of the rugby league grounds this season, so he wants a little workspace to be able to work on that. And I am desperate to get a studio space together. I have had them in this house previously, but with the children and the babies, and there just isn't room, so I currently work over here or at the dining table, and it's great that I still have somewhere, there's still the space for me, but I need to have a space dedicated just to the shop where I can go in and shut the door. I can shut the door to the noise and the mess and just work solely focused on the shop. And that's our aim, is to have the funds and the time to convert the garage into that space for us. So that's probably the one that I'm hoping for the most, and we're working the most towards, is getting that space together. It's really important to both of us, and I know that it's going to go hand in hand with a lot of my other goals. Filming consistently for YouTube, I know it's going to be so much better when I feel like I've got a clean, cohesive space to film in. Expanding my product range is going to be so much more achievable once I've made those 2,000 sales, and I can do that better by, you know, being in an organized space. So I feel like if we tick that one off, a lot of the others will fall into place. I'm hoping to document it to show you on YouTube, creating our dream studio. I say our, John knows. that I am probably going to commandeer a lot of it, but of course it is for both of us. His channel is very important to him, so it's very important to me that we make a space that we're both happy with. And yeah, I'm hoping to film it to show you all, which I think will be exciting, and I'm excited to hopefully fulfill that goal with you all on the journey with me. So yeah, it sounds like a lot when I blurt it all out, but I do think it's achievable. I'm working really hard and I'm trying my best, and I think that that's all that I can do, is try my best and see what happens. So yeah, I'm excited to look back on this at the end of 2025 and see how we did and what goals were reached, and maybe duet this video if that's a thing, or reflect back on it and film a new video about what I got right and what I got wrong and what I want to do for 2026. So yeah, fingers crossed. If you have any goals, small business goals or resolutions that you're making for 2025, I'd love to hear about them. Hopefully we could maybe work together to achieve them together. That would be amazing. So leave me a comment if you have any new goals or anything that you're working towards. Maybe we can all help each other out. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.